I mean, I felt so excited to get the job. So when I showed up at work and I was on the set, like just working on the film with everyone, just that kind of feeling was such a great feeling. And then coming back here just for this press junket just reminds me of all these good feelings and good memories here. And I mean, there's funny moments in the movie as well. But I think just the feeling of the camaraderie of working together and just the memories of doing the films.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of favorite moments. It's very similar to Heather. It's such a great crew and cast, obviously, to be around and to work with. I mean, the moment that pops into my mind is, you know, from the first movie where we're right before everything gets kicked, it gets kicked into overdrive, and Zach does the wolf pack speech. I just remember that night being on top of Caesar's Palace and shooting that. It seemed to be the start of something special, and it was an indelible memory. I mean, that's the one thing that we keep on talking about is what's the biggest difference between when you started the first one and now that you're in the third one, that you're in Vegas, is that, you know, the first one we just flew under the radar, we're just trying to make a good movie, and now you get to Vegas and there's slot machines and merchandise and, you know, people dressed up like the characters, and it's the only way to explain it is that it's really impossible to wrap your head around. I mean, it's not something that you get used to. It's you just feel like you're blessed to be a part of it.
Well, it is pretty amazing to think that you're in this movie and you're just shooting it in Las Vegas, and then suddenly you can go to countries everywhere in the world and people will have seen this movie that don't even speak English, I mean, it's really cool to think that you can do a movie that it can affect that many people. So, I mean, people are just like super sweet usually, like, oh, hey, you know, you're in that movie, cool, you know, people are lovely.
I think you kind of want to leave on top. You want to leave people wanting more, and I think it's a fitting end and a nice wrap up to the series. You know, you don't want to end up like, you know, just keep on. You know, people get the hint if you just keep on making the movie over and over again. So I think it's a good ending. Yeah, it is. It's hard to keep a straight face. I very rarely do. I usually waste a lot of film when they're shooting, and I laugh, and then I'll realize that everyone is giving me dirty looks, and I'll try to do it better.
Well, he is warm and supportive, but also like slightly scary. You know, you're just like, oh my god, I really want to like do a good job for Todd because he can be like tough. You know, so. But he really does listen to you. You know, he's open to your input and your feedback, and he really listens to you, incorporates. You know, he knows what he wants, but he's also open to talking to you about things, which is cool. He's really collaborative.